Yo, I'm off later on, and tomorrow. This is a good ender for the weekend. Nice little video for y'all. I'm waiting for some people to join in. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Got 9 people in the chat. I was supposed to do a stream with the battle. I don't know if he up. Somebody else wanted to join too. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I don't think they sent the notifications out. I think it's just perks in here right now. I'm gonna start at the 4-minute mark. Thirty more seconds. Hold on, give me a minute. I'm about to refresh. I'll be right back. So, as you can see, the title of the video, "You Are Blessed." I think it's a good end for the weekend. Started off pretty nice. Y'all remember that Beyonce song, "I Can See Your Halo"? Yeah, they've been trying to tell you for a while now. I believe, you know, I talked about how we had titles. Like when you play a video game, you see little icons on top of the heads. You see like name tags. You see like like their abilities, what class they in, like upper class or strength class, right? I believe we had things above our head that we can't see, or even marks on our bodies. It may be visible, but I believe it's things around us that we cannot see, and it goes far deeper than technology. You know what I mean? Like some people, you got the evildoers. They have ways where they can know you by your fruit. They can perceive who you are, right? So yeah, they've been trying to tell you. You know what I mean? Like your halo. I was watching this video earlier on TikTok. This woman, she was being targeted. She was saying how like you gotta be a hell of an important person to end up on a watch list, and I'm inclined to agree with that. You really do. Um, you got to be a very important person. Um, you are blessed even when it doesn't seem that way, right? It's that whole phrase, blessing in disguise. That's where that come in at. But I know for many of y'all, it may not seem like it. May not seem like you're blessed, but I'm here to reveal the veil for you and how you actually are blessed, right? It's actually a blessing in disguise. You know, a blessed life doesn't necessarily equal a peaceful life. Not all the times. At least not in the beginning, right? Um, one can experience both blessing and hardship at the same time. To be blessed is you being able, like what it really means to be blessed. Well, part of it is you are able to take on a whole society. You can take on everyone's problems, your families, and still be expected by them to be strong like they know you are. But in times of their weakness, they call it a normal thing. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. To be blessed is to be able to take on a whole society. You can take on everyone's problems, your family, and your own actually your own problems, and not be overwhelmed. You are able to contain that and handle that, and your families, and still be expected by them to be strong like they know you are. But in times of their weakness, they just say, it's just a normal thing. It happens. But much is expected of you, right? I keep telling y'all we're abnormal. It's nothing bad about it. Like abnormal is not a bad thing. It's just something good being used the wrong way. There'll be moments in your life that convince you that you've been forgotten, overlooked, or left behind. Don't mistake the silence for absence. Some blessings are unfolding long before they become visible. The truth is this: not everyone is watching your life by accident. People are drawn to what carries purpose, potential, and presence. While many are focused on the journey, you're too busy walking your own path to spend your life watching theirs. Now, we're going to go to the etymology of blessed, to be blessed. So, one of what to be blessed is say cons- consecrate. Consecrate. I think I'm butchering it. Consecrate. Yeah, consecrate. To consecrate means to officially make something or someone holy, set apart for a sacred purpose, or dedicated entirely to a special cause. I'm gonna say that one more time. To consecrate means to officially make something or someone holy, set apart for a sacred purpose, or dedicate entirely to a special cause. Remember, I talked about that cause and effect, right? Now, this program is the very definition of being set apart, is it not? Family turn their backs on you, friends walk away. For most of us, we have no one to talk to, no one to vent to, no one who can relate. That's because you're set apart for a sacred purpose, right? You're set apart for a purpose. An apple tree doesn't grow in the middle of an ocean. A fish wasn't created to live in the sky. Everything has an environment where it's meant to thrive. Remember, I talked about how the perps had multiple lives and multiple deaths. For us, we live a lot too. We live a lot too, but not in that way where, we sacrifice who we are. Instead, we become what is called resurrected, resurrection. And resurrected means to rise again. Wow, isn't that a beautiful thing? To rise again, right? Something that's overlooked, right? I can stumble right now, I can fall to the ground, but I rise again. We be too focused on the fall, the pain, but not grateful and not see the blessing in the fact that we can plant our feet and rise again. Totally overlooked. Totally overlooked. Totally. They try to bury you, but every ending becomes another beginning. Think about that. Some people live many lives by sacrificing who they are. They wear different masks for different people, dying to themselves over and over just to be accepted. But our journey is different. We don't lose ourselves, we are resurrected. To be resurrected is to rise again. Every attempt to break us becomes another reason we stand stronger. Every season of isolation becomes a season of transformation. Every loss becomes a lesson. Every hardship becomes another layer of strength. Our path isn't random. It's tailored. It's actually tailor-made. Think about how important of a person you gotta be when your path is tailor-made. Yo, y'all hear me? And you walking with the gold suit on, like you got the gold robe on, like your shit tailor-made. Like, I don't understand. They already created. Listen, let me tell you something. Like, your life was already created for you. That shit was already set for you, dog. That shit was tailor-made. Shit was like, yo, I tell you, like the lady said, you gotta be a very important person to be in this program, bro. Your shit was tailor-made. That shit fitted you just right for a king or a queen. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. We only touch the surface. So, you know, it's tailor-made for our growth and our benefit. We don't simply survive. Like, we we're not simply surviving, bro. The thing is, we metamorph. See, we gotta see, you got the universe, then Mother Nature, then you have the organic people, then you have the artificial shit. So in order to understand our nature, we must go to our predecessors. We must go to who is before us. Nature. You see nature, you see us. We metamorph. We metamorph. Just as a caterpillar cannot become a butterfly without leaving its old form behind, we are shaped by every trial until we become something we could have never imagined from the beginning. Check this out. Let me use me, for example. Never once has I complained about my targeting. I mean, I come on here and talk to y'all about it, but I never went to my mom, my dad. complained about my targeting. I never called the cops on my targeting. I took my targeting. Let me tell you something. If in hindsight, I handle my targeting with dignity, with strength, with respect. I ain't complain. I ain't bitch. Like when things they go my way, I ain't do none of that. Don't you know people have a 100,000,001 things to complain about every day, like the average person? Ah man, oh man, I ain't get like how many people have something to complain about? And some of us never complained. It's That's why if you ask God for something, he would gladly give it to you because you never complained. That's the blessing. Oh man, I'm getting beside myself. Let me wait. Matter of fact, fuck it. Fuck it. Let's go there. A lot of times, right? Soon as we ask God for something, he'll give it to us because we never complained. We never was like, woe is me. We actually took it in stride. Yo, you don't see the blessings in that? Look, we're gonna go there, right? We're gonna go there. Look, like me, right? I would have never been the person that I am that y'all talking to today if it wasn't for my targeting. I probably have been some fat slob somewhere, you know what I mean? Lazy bum, smoking weed all day, drinking, fucked up, thinking everything's cool, thinking what everybody doing is cool. This shit made me put my suit on, you feel me? This shit helped me. It really did. It helped me. And that's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing to be able to turn same way, they turn good, bad. It's a blessing to turn bad, good. It's another thing, right? Sometimes being set apart isn't about being forgotten. It's about discovering who you are. That's the key. That's the key. You just don't know how important that is, man. You take away a gangstalker job, they don't know who they are. You take away someone's car, they don't know who they are. You take away someone's spouse, someone's girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, they don't know who they are. You take away this program, many won't know who they are and what to do. Do you see how powerful that is? Right? Your purpose is never defined by who stayed or who left or what circumstance. It is defined by what you choose to become after every resurrection. When it comes to persecution, think of the enemy as handing you the ingredients for a 4-course meal. They're giving you the ingredients. They're giving you, bad attitudes, this and that. They're giving you the ingredients. You're the one who makes the meal. You're the chef. You makes the meal. You make the meal. You see how this world and people operate? You are blessed to not be like everyone else. People don't have a choice but to be and do what everyone else do. People are afraid to be themselves. They can't even be themselves. The thing about being blessed is the things that was taken from you didn't matter as much. When you find what truly matters, it's hard for them to take it. Because you have built yourself to be the person to be able to say no, or to be able to see through the lies, or be wise and resilient. See, everything was basically preparation for you, for real. You look, whole time, let me tell you how crazy this shit is. Whole time, behind the scenes, look. In the scenes, in the mix, you cooking up. Behind the scenes, someone cooking up for you. Someone cooking up for you. And they on your side. They cooking up for you. This guy, he cooking up for you. And as he cooking up for you, you cooking up. Right? And this is why, like, a lot of times when the enemy think they doing something and they do something and it don't go their way, this is why. Look, think about it, right? You're not always cognitive to the fact that people are working against you, right? You're not 24/7. I know for me, sometimes I'm not always thinking like, sometimes I forget I'm being targeted, right? And I'll be like, oh, I gotta remind myself, right? But you gotta understand the enemy is constantly working, right? So you be overcoming shit that you don't even you not even like cognitive of. So that means there's an element of luck There's an element of like something unseen, right? So look, I'm gonna get there. I'm kind of jumping the gun here, but we're gonna get there, right? We're gonna get there. So they basically, the thing about being blessed is sometimes what was taken from you wasn't meant to stay. It taught you that your identity could never be built on people, possessions, or circumstances. Then you discover what truly matters: your character, your wisdom, your discernment, your peace, and your purpose. Those things are far way harder to take away because they was forced within you. You built yourself into someone who can say no when others give in, who can see through deception when others are misled, and, you know, remain resilient when life try to break you. The greatest blessing isn't getting everything back. It's becoming the kind of person who can no longer be easily controlled, deceived, or stripped of what truly has value. It's basically like this. The enemy took some shit from you, right? Behind your back. You figure out, oh man, if it can be taken from me so easily, it never mattered. And you said, you know what? Y'all can have that. Y'all have that. Y'all can have that stuff y'all took. And you found you some new ones. You found you some good ones too. You found you the real stuff. It's like they took the fake Jews when the real Jews was within you. Pirates. You a sneaky bastard. You conned them before you even knew what a con person. You conned them before you knew what a con artist was. You conned the enemy. Look, let me tell you how smooth you is. You had the enemy took the fake Jews from you. They thought they took the real Jews. They thought that taking your family and all that was going to hurt you. They took the fake shit. The real shit was in you. You hid the real stuff inside you the whole time. What they wanted was inside you the whole entire time. You a sneaky motherfucker. You a wise motherfucker. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm trying to tell you, y'all are wise before your time, bro. You led the enemy to believe that taking family, taking friends, all that was supposed to kill you. That meant the world, when really the real shit was inside you. You hid that shit inside you the whole time. It's almost like you or God already knew what was about to happen. So you know what? I'm gonna hide the key inside you because they can't go inside you. They can't go inside you unless you let them. But what they can do, if you give it to a friend or you give it to a fellow stranger, they can get them. But yeah, I'm gonna hide that within you. You know what I'm saying? So, to be blessed is to possess something within yourself that circumstances cannot easily take away. In a world where attention is constantly being brought, where people are pressured to become copies of each other, where comparison, where my bad for stopping, y'all gotta I gotta check my surroundings and shit. Where comparison is everywhere. Being blessed can mean having the ability to think for yourself. A lot of people are surrounded by information but lack wisdom. They are told what to value, what to chase, who to hate, who to become. A blessed person develops the awareness to question, learn, and choose their own path. The next one is inner stability. The inner stability. Not a life without problems, but the ability to remain yourself while facing problems. A person who has peace, discipline, and self-control carries something that cannot be stolen by a bad season. Next is the ability to grow through hardship and only become better. I mean, the ability to go through hardship, go through what was meant to break you. Some people go through hardship and only become bitter. Others go through hardship and become wiser, stronger, and more compassionate. The blessing is not always avoiding the storm. Sometimes it is becoming someone who can walk through the storms, right? This is a big one, right? Listen, I'm 100% confident in the fact that if I can go through gang stalking in my right mind, perfect body, I can go through anything in life. How many people you know in life is being targeted? Not many. If I can go through gang stalking and weather the storm, no umbrella, by the way, no umbrella, by the way, I can go through anything in life. If I can, think, because you got to understand, right? It's look, it's the pressure that's making you, right? It's the you was being made by what is tempting you, what is pressuring you. Because let's say, for instance, right, if everything was hold on, let me just read this comment real quick. Said no blessing here, my government, my corrupt gonna kill my life. So no blessing. So you ain't blessed. We got that. We got that. You ain't blessed. Okay. So number 4, knowing what truly matters. This is where your whole value system change, right? You stop wasting your time on certain things. You start realizing, like, most of things in life is not even worth it. Then you stop being a prisoner in your own mind. Hey, yo, something I just noticed real quick. I gotta pause for a second. So remember yesterday I showed y'all that cloud, like whatever was being released and shit. All right, now there's another station on a different, like on the right side of me, that's blowing the same fume that I'm walking at. Like, and outside it smell like chemicals and shit. Like, I'm not even bullshitting y'all. Like, not even bullshit, y'all. But knowing what truly matters. Next is freedom from needing everyone's approval. See, I would say the deepest form of being blessed today is becoming someone who cannot easily be controlled by fear, temptation, ego, or others people's opinion. Not because you are above anyone else, but because you have built something inside yourself. A tree is blessed not because it experienced storms. A tree is blessed because its roots are deep enough that storms reveal its strength instead of destroying it. In that sense, being blessed is less about having a perfect life and more about becoming a person who can handle life. See, I think y'all understand, like, I think y'all think blessing mean peace. That's not always the case. If you naming all this bad shit that happened to you and you still alive, you are blessed. What are you not understanding? You was actually proving my point. If most people went through what you went through, they would not be alive right now. They would be in a mental institution. They'd be in prison. Not understanding. You naming what you went through is actually proving my point. Like, you was a strong person. See, the whole thing is, see, you come into this world today. If you born in this world today, you going through manipulation and control. That's what you going through. That's what you're gonna be faced with. So to be not blessed is to not have the ability to handle that, to conquer that. When you blessed, you can go through anything, bro. Some of y'all been through some shit and y'all still alive, y'all still can smile, y'all still can be compassionate. That's a blessing. So, and now this is the point we're gonna get to. When you go to blessings, right, mean a gift from God. that which gives temporal or spiritual benefits. A gift, a temporal or spiritual benefit. So being able to go through what you go through, is that not a benefit? You don't see no benefit of that. You don't see no benefit in living and seeing it to the end. You don't see no benefit of that. I can show you my benefits of it. Like I said, I was in the world once. I was doing all this goofy shit. All this goofy shit, bro. All this type of goofy shit. If I ain't know about my targeting, they would have been caught me. I would have been got some girl, some honeypot pregnant and shit like that. Been in the hole, had my life fucked up. Bro, it's a blessing I woke up. You know what I'm saying? All the shit I've been through. Never complained. Never complained about my problems. Never used that shit as a crutch or as an excuse. Many times people was like, oh, why you can't find a job? Never have I said because my program. I just said, you know what? You right. Even though you might know why I don't have a job, you know what? You right. I ain't go to them and be like, no, the program stopping me from getting a job. I ain't say that shit to them. I took it to the chin. You know what? You right. I keep on looking. I keep on looking. Whole time, every job I have, I'm either a supervisor or a manager. See, I can see, I see my blessing. I see what I'm able to do, but I understand now we in a world full of takers. They take shit. They take blessings. They take shit. So blessings, a gift from God, which gives temporal spiritual benefits. You know, this seemed to be the case. Why don't you think many people will want to take that? Pursue that? And if they can seek to destroy it, harass it, act like it don't exist or even matter, don't you think people would try to get a gift from God? People would take money from you. If people knew you had $1,000 in your pocket, someone would try to take that. Don't you think people would try to take a gift from God? If God blessed you with something, you don't think people gonna try to take that? You don't think people would like try to chase your ass around and try to act like it don't even matter? They can't take it. They try to be like, oh, he don't got nothing special, but yet they side-eyeing you. You don't think people gonna try to take blessings from God, man? Come on, man. Be for real. God made sure that they can't have your mind. That's the whole thing, man. That's the whole thing. They can't take your mind as easily as they can with everybody else, man. Not like everybody else's. That's what it comes down to, man. So don't go into it believing blessings mean a peaceful life. You are able to make your life peaceful. It don't start off that way. It does not start off that way. You know, a sailor, he goes sails the ocean. He gotta learn how. He gotta go through the bad storms. He just not an expert at sailing a boat. He gotta learn how to master the waves and go through the bad storm first before he just be an expert. You feel what I'm saying? So he gotta go through the bad and trying times, the storms, to be a great sailor. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I said we just auto-correct in our life. You feel me? It's automatic. It's going to happen. We getting led there. It's going to happen. You just gotta have faith. Can't be on no doom and gloom shit. I'm gonna tell you something. If you lack faith and you on some negative shit, you might as well get out the way. I'm telling you right now, because why would you amplify why would you use what's happening to you, the negativity that's happening to you, and amplify with your own negativity? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all. Why would you amplify the negativity? Why would you add towards that? Like, that sounds like the enemy. Why would you do that? What purpose does that bring? A lot of y'all blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, like you will see, you'll have some perps. They'll wear a shirt, you know, cause they communicate with the shirts and shit. So some perps will have a shirt that say I'm blessed. You know that's a damn lie. You know people, blessed people don't stalk. You know that's a damn lie. Like blessed people don't stalk people, bro. Blessed people does not stalk people, bro. You think somebody blessed gonna come outside and go stalk a person and harass them? Come on now, stop it. You on the right side. You on the right team. Come on now. This is when I'm just trying to show y'all. You're on the right side. You on the right fucking side, bro. A blessed person don't walk out and be like, you know what? I'm putting my whole family in danger. We're gonna go. No, that's not true. You're on the right side. Sometimes I told y'all how like we gotta remind ourselves like we need a daily reminder like about the shit that you overcame you did before. Like gotta remind yourself because ain't nobody pressing that alarm for you and waking you up and telling you, yo, you good, you got this. Even though you got it, even though you good and you got this and you strong, we don't have nobody to remind us. We don't have nobody to stop us and be like, yo, you good, you got this. So that's the role we got feeling. We gotta remind ourselves. You know what I mean? Sometimes we be in this motion, we be in this loop, this self-negative loop where, yo, we gotta wake up and remind ourselves, yo, we got this, we good. And we doing it, but we gotta remind ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We gotta continue to tell us that. Cause it's not like we not doing it. It ain't like we gaslighting ourselves, we lying toward ourselves, we're doing it. But we gotta remind ourselves what we doing. But we're blessed, man. You know, and it's just it just it just is what it is, But you know, I want come in, take it from me, right? Someone like I said, I never complained about my targeting. I always challenge myself. I you know I don't take the easy route at all. It gets easier over time. It gets a lot easier. It gets easy, man. It's like the more you run from it, like the more you stay in the house and you think you're escaping your target by staying in the house, the worse it get when you come outside. The worse, and then the targeting go on 10. It's like the more you expose yourself to it, the more the truth will find you. The more you look for the truth, the more the truth gonna find you. So it's like don't run from your path. Like accept your path on what it is, because I'm telling you, this shit tailor made for you. You walking on with a whole suit on. Your shit tailor made, man. Like there's a possibility when we talk about everything that happens, everything that goes on is probability, is probabilities, or least likely, more than likely, least than likely, and probabilities. This is what we're dealing with outside. Most people have a probability, a tendency to stalk others and harass others when feeling down. Most people are more probable to react, and some people are least probable to react. So we're dealing with probabilities, tendencies, and those type of those type of situations. So you got to understand where you stand at. But I don't. I fight. I fight my impulses because that's what it is. Anything that happens to me that I want to say get on my nerves. That's my impulse. I'm fighting my impulses. It's the same impulse, the same impulse that drives me to hunger, that drives me to go to the bathroom. I'm fighting those impulses. That's built-in impulses. How can I fight something that's built in? I gotta be more than what I am. I gotta be more than the flesh. That mean I'm more than that. I'm spiritual. I'm not. I'm more than just bone, blood, and marrow. I'm more than that. So I'm fighting my impulses. This is why they try to weaken your immune system. So once your immune system is weak, you're more susceptible to the impulse. I'm fighting my impulses. So, you know, I don't judge what I go through. You know, I take it in stride and I learn from it. You know, and every day, like if you like, it's like sitting in class, right? And you know, sometimes when you sit in class or you sit in church, you get tired, like you get sleepy, and that'd be the best fucking sleep ever. Like a lot of us want to go to sleep in this shit. A lot of us don't want to be uh woke to this program shit. A lot of us don't want to be sober in this shit. A lot of us want to be high. Or a lot of us want to be intoxicated in this shit because it's too much that comes with it. But let me tell you something, a lot of us need to be focused on the lesson. On the lesson. Focus on the truth that's right in front of your fucking face, yo. And learn from it. And learn something. But I'm trying to tell you, it's not easy. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's easy though, man. But one thing I can tell you, when you find yourself, when you know yourself, think about paradise, right? Think about heaven real quick, heaven on earth. When you find yourself and you stop being a prisoner of your own mind, you gotta understand. Then you will understand what this war is about. Why the war is about your mind. Because when you stop being a prisoner in your own mind, you are free. You're gonna start looking at this shit like the Matrix for real. The goal is to stop being a prisoner in your own mind, because the enemy can't touch you. But what they can do is make you a prisoner in your own head. You gotta stop being your enemy. You're not your enemy, you your friend. It doesn't matter what goes on around you. Stop being your enemy. Be your best friend. Be your biggest supporter in all this. Because you're doing it. You're doing the physical actions. You're doing the tendencies that it take to be successful. But you gotta be your biggest supporter. Y'all, look, I can't tell y'all, man. Look, like I said, when you man, when look, blessings, bro. People gonna act like you don't exist, bro. When you happy, when you look good, people gonna act like you don't exist. They gonna act like you not there, but yet they there for you, bro. This shit is very symbolic, bro. Very fucking symbolic, and it tells a lot about human nature. It tells a lot about human nature. People hate when someone is doing better than them. People are bitter, on contrary to their own situation, right? They may be doing good or whatever, but they don't see that. They only see hate. They only see bitterness. They only see what someone else had. Comparison is the thief of joy. If there ever was a competition, the only competition should be with yourself. It's the only competition. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we resurrect, we metamorph, we rise every day, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't focus on, don't worry about the falling. Don't worry about the falling. You feel me? Worry about the rise. How you gonna get back up? I start trying to perfect I stopped trying to like stop myself from falling and start focusing more on how to rise. You get what I'm saying? You ever watch those Chinese fighting movies where when a motherfucker get kicked down, he get up by he kick his feet up, he bounce off his back and kick his feet up. Like, come on, bro. They gotta learn that shit. They gotta learn, they gotta be like, they gotta think about, yo, when I fall, what's the easiest way to get up? Bounce off my back and kick up with my feet. You know what I'm saying? So it's some shit that you gotta actually think about. Like, how can I get back up? Okay, when this happened, how can I get back up from that? Focus on, I made this was a video on my old channel. I said how defense is the perfect offense. Defense is the perfect offense, meaning once you hip to something, bro, it's very hard for a motherfucker to get over on you unless you really allow them, right? Like me, I can admit the only reason why the program would have a one up on me is because I let people in my life, right? Like if I care about somebody or I I allow them to conversate with me, spend time with me or whatever. That's the only way the enemy get to me because they use my relationship with other people against me. So if I decide to deal with someone, shit, that's the only person I will probably be talking to or spending time with. So that's the only thing they can use, right? So that's the only way the enemy gets to me, because I don't willingly give my time to anyone. I don't. But what I'm saying is, man, uh, the best rewards is often intangible. The best rewards in life are often intangible. You're not going to necessarily see it at first. It's not going to be visible. That's the secret. That's the secret to it. If every reward, was visible, then shit, everybody would be walking around with something, right? Everybody will be walking around with some shit. But that's not the case. The best rewards isn't always visible at first. But yeah, man, I'm at I'm at my destination. He said, yo, I love your thought about simulation. It is about studying instincts. Yeah. Yeah. I love your thought about yeah, the instinct. Hey, Steven, you talking about the instinct, right? Yeah, it's the instinct. Now look, I forgot to talk about this in my last live about the instinct. This is the fucked up part about our situation. This is why it's like you gotta kind of let it go, right? You gotta let people do what they do, because what they did was, people instincts to eat the shit, to do all this other shit, right? They replaced us. Instincts can be switched out, right? Instincts can be molded and switched out and shit and edited, right? They were like the same feeling that people get to eat, the one to eat. They replaced that with the targeting. So people target us like they do eating. You remember in the movie that be asking, they be like, how could you do something so evil? Do you even feel a thing? They be like, nope, I don't feel nothing, just like stepping on ants. Like the same urge, the same instinct they get when they eat poop, that's the same. It's the same thing in how they target us. They target us the same way they do these things. So it's like, damn, that's fucked up, right? It's fucked up. Now, the instinct on the intuition level. Now, this some powerful shit right here, right? Now, this some powerful shit right here. Hold on. Now, imagine your intuition on the instinctual level. Imagine that. So that means, and this is what I do believe, like, the purpose thing, like what's driving you, right? Because instincts, it's like a sixth sense. Like like I said, a lot of what's going on, you don't necessarily perceive. You have a hunch, might have an idea, but most of what you go through, it's purely off instinct. It's purely off your faith and your instinct, your intuition, right? Because one false move can lead to a bad decision, right? So If you made it out good, if you doing good in the program, I would trust your instincts. I would trust your intuition. If I'm new to the program and you've been in the program 10 plus years, I would trust your instincts because you was actually doing good. How the fuck did you survive? Right. So, and that's a whole nother time. I'm look, tomorrow I'm gonna get more into and more depth into it tomorrow. No, actually probably tonight. We'll see how I get into it tonight. But yeah, we gonna get in. Look, y'all meet me here tonight. I might go deep into it, or unless I find something better. But instinct is definitely something y'all want to do y'all research on, and y'all recognize that society is ran on instincts, hormones. That should be a next one too. Hormones. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You learn how everybody controlled by their hormones too. Oh man. Yo, hormones, blood type. Yeah. That's another reason why you blessed, bro. The control is so fucking crazy. It's down to the cellular level, bro. It's like, damn, y'all ain't giving man no room to breathe. Motherfuckers don't got no room to breathe, bro. You're right, mind. You blessed. You blessed up in this shit, bro. Motherfuckers is getting altered. Look at the TV show Carbon Altered. It's a TV show called Carbon Altered. Y'all go check that shit out. I think it's on Netflix, bro. Yo, they got this shit down to carbon copies. This shit different, bro. But yeah, man, I'm at the job and shit, so I'm at the holler at y'all, man. It's 1:00 right now. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna talk. Yeah, instincts like Peter Parker. He called it spider senses. Look, and when he was fighting Doctor Strange pushed him out his body, and he was out his body, and he was still evading Doctor Strange while he was out his body. So you let that tell you, right? You let that tell you what's up. You out the body, but your body's still reacting. So yeah, man. I'ma holler at y'all later, bro. I gotta go. Peace.